Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Look, let's just be completely honest right out of the gate here. The Kenyan job market is tough right now. It really is. Every single year, thousands of incredibly talented graduates enter the workforce, only to be met with a pretty harsh reality, a completely stagnant hiring landscape in a lot of traditional fields. It can be super frustrating, right? But here's the good news. While some sectors are frozen, others are hiring incredibly fast. I'm going to be your data-driven mentor today, and we're going to cut right through the noise. We aren't looking at guesses or rumors here. We are looking at hard, verifiable data to help secure your future. Now, if you truly want to future-proof your career, you need to put every potential path through two major stress tests. Number one, is it marketable? Meaning, are there actual hiring vacancies out there right now for this? And number two, does it pay well? What's the realistic entry-level compensation you can actually expect straight out of school? Well, we are going to answer both of those questions for you today. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is exactly how we're going to break this down. We'll start with a quick job market reality check, then jump right into high-volume, marketable careers, explore some emerging high-income tech roles, move up to elite specialized high earners, and finally, wrap up with some actionable career strategy takeaways. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the job market reality check, navigating the numbers. For the longest time, the traditional mindset was basically just get a degree, any degree, and the job will magically follow. Yeah, scratch that. Today, that mindset is completely obsolete. You absolutely need actionable, highly sought-after skills to even stand out. We're seeing thousands of graduates facing a stagnant market right now. But remember, this isn't a reason to panic. It's just a reason to pivot. By using hard data to track where the jobs actually are, we can solve this youth unemployment anxiety together. Let's look at the top 10 solutions. Moving right along to Section 2, high-volume marketable careers. This is where the actual vacancies are. And this brilliantly illustrates our first big point. If we look at recent recruitment reports across Kenya, accounting and finance roles consistently make up a massive 15% of all advertised jobs. Think about that for a second. Why? Well, because absolutely every institution, every NGO, every hospital, every school, and every corporate office literally needs an accountant to function. So that brings us to number 1, accounting and finance. But, and this is crucial, there is a catch. You've got to combine that business diploma or degree with your CPA qualifications. Once you add that CPA, your marketability just absolutely skyrockets. You're realistically looking at entry-level salaries between 50,000 and 100,000 Kenyan shillings a month, largely depending on whether you land at an SME or a Tier 1 corporate firm. Coming in hot at number 2, we've got software engineering and IT systems. I mean, they don't call Nairobi the Silicon Savannah for nothing, right? Companies everywhere are aggressively digitizing their operations. That creates this massive, ongoing demand for developers and network admins. Locally, junior roles start anywhere from 60,000 to 120,000 shillings. But the incredible bonus here is that these skills let you tap into international remote work, which is a total game changer for your pay scale. Next up, number 3, sales and business development. Look, at the end of the day, companies need revenue to survive. Sales teams are the true revenue drivers. If you have proven skills in client acquisition and B2B marketing, you're essentially bulletproof in any economy. The base pay usually starts between 40,000 and 80,000 shillings, but here's the beauty of it, the commissions. A top performer can literally double their base salary just by hitting their targets. Rounding out our high-volume tier at number 4 is nursing and clinical medicine. The healthcare sector in Kenya is expanding like wildfire right now. Because of all the new private clinics and NGOs, medical professionals enjoy some of the absolute most stable career placement rates in the entire country, with entry-level pay typically landing between 45,000 and 90,000 shillings a month. Talk about serious job security. All right, let's jump into Section 3, emerging high-income tech roles, the rapidly growing future. Now, what's really interesting about this data is that these are fields that barely even existed a decade ago here. Because the talent pool is still small and super specialized, companies are offering incredible starting packages. Data science sits comfortably between 80,000 and 150,000 shillings a month right out of the gate. Cybersecurity engineering is pulling 90,000 to 140,000, and digital marketing ranges from 60,000 to 110,000. So why exactly are these next-gen careers paying so well? Well, for roles 5 and 6, data science and cybersecurity, it really boils down to 2 things, prediction and protection. Banks and marketing firms are practically swimming in consumer data, and they are desperate for data analysts to help guide their business decisions. At the same time, with mobile money completely dominating the country, cyber threats are everywhere.
Telecom giants are spending millions to protect their digital systems, making cybersecurity one of the absolute fastest growing niches out there.
And for rule number 7, digital marketing. The shift is super clear. E-commerce and retail brands have completely moved past the era of just slapping up a billboard and hoping for the best. Today, they're incredibly hungry for growth marketers and SEO specialists who can take an online view and actually convert it into a tangible sale. Let's look at the very top. Section 4, elite specialized high earners, the absolute highest lifetime income. Now, these next professions require an insane amount of training, truly grueling stuff, and immense responsibility. But the payoff? Completely unmatched. Number 8 is specialized medical doctors and surgeons. A general medical internship might start around 120,000 shillings, which is great. But the specialists, like cardiothoracic or neurosurgeons, between public service and private practice, these experts are routinely clearing millions of shillings a year. And speaking of millions, wow, over 1 million shillings a month. That brings us to career number 9, aviation, specifically commercial airline pilots. Yes, getting those flight hours is a notoriously long and expensive path, but it remains incredibly lucrative. An experienced commercial captain at a major airline can easily earn upwards of 1 million Kenyan shillings every single month. Wrapping up our top 10 is actuarial science. These folks use super advanced math to calculate risk for investment banks and major insurance companies. It's incredibly difficult, meaning there is a massive talent shortage. There are very few fully qualified actuaries in East Africa right now. Because they're so rare, top-tier grads get snapped up quickly, often starting highly competitively at over 120,000 shillings a month. Finally, let's bring it all home with Section 5, Actionable Career Strategy Takeaways, the bottom line for your career. So the crucial point is, having all this data is great, but what are you actually going to do with it? Applying it is what changes your life. The modern job market tells us one undeniable truth. Marketability is all about your actual skills, not just a fancy title printed on a degree. If you're looking to pivot your career right now, you must focus on tangible additions. Get those professional certifications, like a CPA, pursue specialized tech certs, and above all else, build a practical, visible portfolio that literally proves to an employer, hey, I can absolutely do this job. So I've got to ask, which career on this list absolutely surprised you the most? Were you shocked by the massive demand for accountants, or maybe those crazy starting salaries in cybersecurity? Drop your thoughts or your own experiences down in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for this data-driven explainer. If you got some value out of this today, definitely hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the insights you need to build your future. Catch you next time.